Australia just proposed a facial recognition requirement to view internet porn. Now that's a boner killer, mate. Can I get a holla for an old school late 80s catchphrase that never loses its momentous pop? Holla! My wife's from Australia. We wanted to get married in Australia. My mom shot down the concept immediately. She calls me on the phone and says, Australia is a very long flight from New York, and your father doesn't love you that much. Afterwards, I said to my fiance, now my wife, I said, babe, assuming we have a boy one day, instead of hiring a rabbi for the kid's circumcision, we'll hire Crocodile Dundee, just so we could hear a room full of Jews say, now that's a knife. You could chop it all off with that thing. Abu Baghdad was a religious scholar, Washington Post, and Judd Apatow is the chief happiness officer for Breitbart. This is Joe Biden on being refused communion in South Carolina. I cling to my Planned Parenthood base too much, all right? Elizabeth Warren. This is Elizabeth Warren on John Legend's endorsement. I'm grateful, down to my 1% moccasin toes. Does Trump Nation feel my mojo rising yet? This is my impersonation of my new Trump Voice GPS system. Turn left for Mohican Sun, Elizabeth Horns, Home Away from Home. I totally butchered that joke. This is my impersonation of my new Trump voice-powered GPS system. On your left is Mohican Sun, Elizabeth Warren's Home Away from Home. Can I get a holla for going back to the well, knowing it was worth the shimmering gold at the end of that comedy rainbow? Holla! Raging fires engulfing my dear old Southern California kills me. Still, it's annoying to hear from an old LA bud whose house is fine how Kawhi is a god. Because he was a Lakers fan also before the Clippers got the black Archie who could jump over Kias. This is Kanye West dropping more truth bombs again. The Democrats push abortion and welfare on the black community. Does Jim Brown appear like the dependent type to take orders from Jimmy Cracker Corn? You think Nancy Pelosi wants more of my divine spark? Can I get a holler for more Sunday sermon inspired majesty from the great Kanye West? Holla! De Niro, dun, 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 fears Trump will ruin America. For who? Besides resistor pedal protecting twats like yourself, Bobby, when Trump wins by a Patriot May landslide in 2020, further exposing your fake news funny, tough persona, you dumb, jealous, creepy moo. Can I get a holla for more inventive ways to dump on the dumb mook from New York City? Holla! RJ Barrett is the new Carmelo Anthony, but he's not the spokesperson for Tampax tampons. What? Name another number one pick bus responsible for stopping so much flowage. 3 Mexican nationals ran a meth lab near an Atlanta elementary school. How else do you expect to get Braves fans into the chopping chant, oh, with such cranked up commitment despite the mind-numbing motion of it all? Killing the leader of ISIS makes it easier for them to recruit? Why? Because he signed a non-compete with Al-Qaeda, but now all bets are off? Can I get a holla for a A+ political infused commentary joke that's untoppable forevermore? Holla! Killing the leader of ISIS makes it easier for them to recruit. You think ISIS was struggling to find the cookie cutter candidate prior? Must have skills include beheading on camera without getting squeamish around infidels. Killing Islamic terrorists doesn't make it easier for them to recruit. Their digital marketing plan is still the same. Target other lonely, brooding virgins in their upper 20s on Facebook who wish their phones blew up. Can I get a holla? 4. A plus punchline, but with a tad better setup, with some more adjectives thrown in to give it some extra thrust. Screw you! The person that wrote the book that said you shouldn't include too many adjectives. Something in strong holla! I'll find out what that book is. I'm definitely not going to look it up on my phone right now. I'll share it for the next podcast blast. Killing Islamic terrorists doesn't make it easier for ISIS to recruit new blood. It just creates a new job opening to be filled by another whimpering, innocent, murdering, terror-obsessed demon to shit the cave when Delta Force strikes again. Can I get a holla for Chuck Norris supporting our president and him being awesome forevermore? Holla! How does killing the leader of ISIS make it easier for them to recruit? Doesn't the recruiting manager for ISIS get stoned to death if he doesn't hit his new recruit quota regardless? This is me fighting with my wife. My son already had a brownie, and he asked for another one. And I'd made eggplant parm. I made a marinara from scratch, and I did not approve. So I told my son to shut up. Now understand, I used the shut up for emphasis. You overuse it, then it becomes meaningless, and they don't know when you're genuinely enraged. But anyway, so we can't always control our kids with comedy. So after I told my son to shut up, and at tomorrow I said, well, we'll give him half. I'm like, okay, fine. I have to get to work. So wife said, I never told Arthur to shut up. And I'm thinking, if you haven't, it's because you were mentally checked out already and done with parenting our 3 children for the evening prematurely. Again, this is Judd Apatow at home in the Hollywood Hills, out of Brentwood, wherever he lives. Judd Apatow. I feel less safe now knowing that the head of ISIS, the most wanted terrorist on God's green earth, is killed. Judd Apatow's wife replies, Gary Shandling didn't make the world any safe either, babe. Also, it's not a good look when you're expressing your rage at the USA Commander-in-Chief for ordering the killing of a real-life Hitler. Likes on Facebook for new baby announcement pics are nice, but what makes a dad feel extra special is a sumptuous American-made bourbon with balls. Assuming he pours himself a generous pour of love in a paper cup without his wife's permission first. This is the Do It All Dad Year podcast, dad-friendly entertainment for you and me, controlling our kids with comedy, can make our kids great again. Congratulations to the Delta Force, the Star Dog, and Donald Trump for ordering the executed hit on the demon incarnate piece of trash that's no longer alive to cause any more unnecessary loss of innocent life. Thank you, God, for playing your own role and helping make that happen. Hug your family extra close tonight, and make sure you give a prayer to the big man upstairs for proving that There are good guys in this world and bad ones. And one of the worst is officially off the list. See ya, wouldn't want to be ya. Talk to you guys soon.